Now in today's episode, we'll be looking at adding fractions. Now both adding fractions with the same denominator and adding fractions with different denominators. Now, of course, what you need to obviously know in the very early stages what a denominator is. Now, when you have a fraction, the top number is called a numerator and the bottom number is called a denominator. Okay, worth noting. Now, if we look at this example, we have you can clearly see, first of all, we have the same denominators, 5 and 5, which is always our main goal when adding and subtracting fractions. We always have to try and making the denominators the same. Now, another thing worth to know is that the mastery aspect of it is being able to know a mathematical or numerical approach, but also showing it in the visual form as well. So if we look at this, we have 5 equal parts, which represents the denominator, 5 equal parts in total, and one of them are shaded. So that represents 1 over 5. Same with this, 2 shaded out of 5. So therefore, we are looking at 1 over 5 add 2 over 5. Now, when your denominator is the same as is the case here, what we do here is we keep the denominator the same in the answer, and we simply add the numerators. So we end up getting 1 add 2, which makes 3. Okay, so just to go through that again, the denominators stay the same when in the answer, when you have the denominators the same in the question. So because it's 5 and 5 there, we keep it the same in the answer. It's a rule. And then we simply add the numerators, 1 add 2, which makes 3. Now, another good thing is being able to show this in the visual format, obviously showing mastery. So you can clearly show 3 shaded out of 5. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next question. The next question is related to different denominators. As you can see here, we've got 1 over 4 add 2 over 3. So you can clearly see we have different numbers. Now, how we tackle that is we multiply the first fraction by the opposite denominator. As you can see, the opposite denominator is 3. So we multiply the top number of this fraction, which is the numerator, and we multiply the bottom number as well. Make sure you do both. You times that by 3 and the bottom by 3. Now, again, if we move on to the next fraction, we multiply by the opposite denominator here, which is 4. So we multiply the top number by 4, and we multiply the bottom number, which is the denominator, by 4. Now, let's put this into practice. So we've got 3 times 1. So we write 3 times 1. And then we write 3 times 4. Okay, so we've got that 3 times 4. Remember, 1 over 4 is your original fraction. All you're doing is multiplying by 3. And then we get 4 times 2. So we write down 4 times 2. And then we write down 4 times 3. So again, remember that 2 over 3 is our original fraction, and we're just multiplying that by 4 top and bottom. So now we've got that, so we just simply work out what we have. So we end up with 3 times 1, which makes 3, 3 times 4, which makes 12, and we're adding 4 times 2, which makes 8, and 4 times 3, which makes 12. Now, I'm sure you've already noticed that your denominator is the same. So now it's the same as what we did on the last example. We keep the denominator the same in the answer, and then we just simply add up the numerators. 3 add 8, which makes 11, and that gives us our final answer. No simplifying needed here. Also, just another key point to note that it's very important to know how to show this visually. As you can see here, 1 shaded out of 4, 2 shaded out of 3, and the final result is 11 shaded out of 12. Okay, so we've now gone over how to add fractions with same and different denominators. Please do like, subscribe, and share for more videos.